Okay, I'm going to plant our blueberries in the pot, which is here. And for making the Ericaceous compost, you can buy it either or make it yourself. So I have this compost from the Lidl, Aldi, and this is exactly like a home compost. It has wood chip and other things. I have the pine needle, conifer needles, and the wood chips of the conifer here. I have sharp sand, and this compost also has garden soil. So I mix them now together. I've cut a few more of these conifer leaves. This needs to be acidic. Eventually it will go pH neutral, but in 7. But when it decomposes. But during that process, it will decrease the pH and bring it down to 5, 6, around that pH. That will be slightly acidic. It's good for the blueberries and azalea and such things. And so the main component of it is also sand and organic matter. Any organic matter, you know that they are made of the amino acids. Practically, they're acids. Any protein and anything, any wood material, especially this conifer material, is full of this. So we need to mix it. I don't have perlite, so I suppose this can replace the perlite and this. If I find a perlite is just for adding bulk, making it more drainable. So I think that is enough for that. Wood chip and everything is just the same as perlite. It adds also acidity to the soil. Eventually they will decompose, bring down the acidity of the compost, and then after that it will go back to neutral 7. But until then the plant has grown. And remember, watering with the rainwater is the best, or if you have a very soft water like mountain water, spring water, that is the best. Don't water with the tap water if you're in an area like chalk, limestone areas, that the water is not surface water, is a aquifer from limestone bedrock. Okay, I have now made the compost. The ratios are 12 unit, in this case 12 units is the unit is this trowel. 12 unit or 12 parts sand, that's the sharp sand. 12 units, 20 units of the wood chip, conifer wood chip and conifer needles, and 20 units of the homemade compost, or in this case Aldi compost, which has soil and wood chip and organic matter in it. And the components are like relatively lighter than the actual material that we started with. You can thoroughly mix it and then put it into your pot. I have made a pot, a hole in the pot. I want that it don't go dry, so practically I'm keeping the hole that size, and the water will gather a little bit around it. I'll cover that hole with a kind of plug, which in this case can be a piece of a stone or some rock or pottery or anything. Okay, I have this piece of a pot, is a flower pot, and I can put it here. The whole purpose is that the soil don't escape from there or go going to block the hole. So in this way we will keep it open. So add a little bit also the rocks around it, so that is just keeping the hole from being blocked. Okay, I've added so much of the compost. I'm adding the last batch also. Yep, done. Okay, I have now blueberry Patriot, 3 packs of it. They're very cheap, £1 I think about. This is from Tesco. You can get it from from 99p shop, Poundland if they bring it. Any garden center that they sell these cheaper ones. And because this is a small variety, at the youngest stage it is very small, tiny. I plant 3 of them together to save space, and I'm under the compost I have to make. Later I can make it bigger, or I can keep it like that. It looks lusher. One I learned from the David Austin pots is that for having a good lush looking roses, you have to plant 3 of them together in a pot. So practically you will have that full and David Austin style flower pot. So I'm going to do it now. Okay, I have now planted, removed the packaging and planted them in a hole. That's roughly the same level as the plant is actually, the depth of the plantation. I've tried to keep the major branches outward so they will not grow inward, blocking the airflow. At the same time, they don't need any teasing of the compost roots, because the roots are not pot bound, so they can grow easily, extend to this light soil, light Ericaceous compost that I made now in home. Now I bring the soil, spread the soil at the, bring it around, cover the plants, and that's it. That's ready. I'll put it in the corner. So I've now planted the blueberry Patriot, 3 of them in one pot. This is the first year of their growth after buying them. So these are already 1 year old, so they're 2 year old now. And I will continue to plant the rest of the blueberries the same way. I make my own 20 by 20 trowel full of the sharp sand, 20 scoops of the wood chip and pine leaves or conifer leaves. This is wood chip exactly, also the conifer wood chip. I had it because it's chopped on trees. And then 20 scoop of the also garden or any kind of organic material that you have, garden compost or shop bought compost or leaf mold, whatever you have, mix them together. Just the whole point is that to make it light, have organic material, not anything that is alkaline like chalk or limestone in it, and sand. Sand definitely is important. Sand makes drainage really easy and they will not get waterlogged. You will see how they will do.